This reminds me of the thousands of pieces of debris that I worked on in Staten Island. The FBI took the debris from Ground Zero to the Fresh Kills landfill in Staten Island, where agents like myself worked on it, recovering thousands of pieces of human remains and identifying information to be returned to families. That was a very harrowing experience for me, gut-wrenching in fact, and then as an added duty, my job was to work with the 17 families that lost loved ones in 9/11. I returned a lot of remains that we recovered in Staten Island to those families with the police in this area and with the clergy in this area. Returning the remains to the families was very difficult for me, but what I found most uplifting was their spirit, their help. They were actually trying to help me get through the experience, which was, I can't describe it in terms of how bad I felt, but when I left I was amazed at their strength and their courage to get through a very, very difficult time for them. Most of the families I knew before the tragedy and become very close with them after the tragedy as well. The effect of 9/11 on me was gut-wrenching. It was life-changing. But the families told me afterward that having a place, a burial, a cemetery to go to and mourn and get closure was very important to them. So I felt as though that although it was very agonizing and very difficult for me, it offered a closure and a sense of peace to the family from this tragic event. I've stayed in touch with the families after 9/11 and after we helped them with the burial of their remains of their family members. I've seen their children grow up. I've seen them go to college. I've seen some of the persons, the widows and widowers, get remarried, start to build new lives. But they've told me time and again that every time the anniversary rolls around, a flood of memories comes back. But now that it's a peaceful memory. They know their loved ones in heaven. They know that they've dealt with it. They know they've moved on and they've given their loved ones to God, and He's in God's hands.